USD is look at some analysis that I have compiled here using the Fibonacci that can explain furthermore the bear movement that we have seen continue here on the euro dollar pair. First off, when you take a look here at this chart, you probably see a lot of lines potentially creating confusion, but what I'm going to do here is walk you through step by step what each part of this chart is and where the analysis comes from. Okay, first off, what we can see here in the red is the fib zones. This is a movement south, so we're gauging the zones down. You can see the zero base of the fib zone, the 89, 144, 233, 377, 610, and continuing on the 987 and further on. Those are very important as we use these markets to gauge key areas that we look for support and resistance in, and also profit-taking levels. So what we can look at here in red, of course, once again, what we're looking at, the fib zones, is the market here on its first movement passing up the 144 and going down to 233, finding a support, coming back here to a 144, finding resistance and continuing its movement south. What this is also creating in here is the line of supply that we can see here. Okay, now by using this line of supply, we can see the resistance in this market that is created by the market in the supply mode, which means that the bears are controlling price. Okay, and what I've done is duplicated that line, and you can see that I've created my patented supply channel. So what I've found here is the guidelines of this market, and further overlapping on my fib zones, we can see areas in the market, a classic point being here at the 377 zone, where the market made it below the 377. Okay, found the 377 fib zone at the top of the supply line and continued its movement south. So we knew that this market was going to turn here. At this point, we had overlapping information there indicating that was going to occur. So we can see here when we further analyze each movement is interesting respect of both the Fibonacci expansions, retracements, and fib zones. We have a first movement here, as we said before, a pullback here, retracements in this yellow color. You can see that the market retraces to the area where the 382 retracement of this movement here overlaps the 144 fib zone, creating the second point of our supply line. The market is traveling south at this point. Now in the purple, we can see the fib expansion starting to come into play. Here the market does not respect 61.8. We don't see much at the 100% or the 127.2 fib expansions, but what we can see here is the market fall to the 161.8, complete its movement, and then we see a further retracement here in this market. Okay, now what we're seeing here is a first cycle of the fib expansions paying out. We did not find an area in here that the 161.8 was overlapping with significant fib zone, being the 610 or further on the 987. So we had further belief that this market was going to act as an entire initial movement here. This was our pullback, and we're going to see continuation in this movement south, which we have definitely seen here, and you can see that occurring here in this market. Further on, what we analyzed was our next movement. Okay, and what you can see once again is taking the top here of the market, taking this movement here below the 377, we set up our new fib zones and our new fib retracements. Now what you can see here in the light blue color is the 23.6 retracement of the movement that we currently have highlighted, overlapping the 377 zone, finding resistance once again here at the top of the supply channel, so we know that this market is going to turn south. And now look what we have here when we take our fib expansions of this movement. Again, being the movement from the top here to this new bottom here, we have our fib expansion 61.8 overlapping beautifully with that 610. We also have a 100% and a 127.2 fib expansion of this entire movement overlapping beautifully with that 987, conveniently sitting here at the bottom of this line of the supply channel. Okay, so what this has now become here at around the 1.3570 price level is our target in the market, that this market is eventually going to complete its bear movement on here. And another fact that we have supporting this is the fact that we have present in here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave occurring. And what you can see here is we have the first, second, third, fourth, and now we're completing the fifth movement here, being the longest wave of the Elliott wave, which should take us down to that area there of the 987 fib zone, as you can see, overlapping the 127.2 fib expansion with the entire movement. So very nice zone there in the market. Now, interestingly enough, what we have also mentioned was how the market surpasses areas of the fib zones and then comes back to take them out on retracements as resistance. You can see that example happening there. We can see the movement happening here. Retracement to 377. We've seen the market travel below the 610. Now we are at that 610 once again, smacking into the top of the supply line, and this is where I believe we're going to see the market here travel south down to the overall target here at that 127.2 with the 987. So good analysis here on the Euro USD, showing how you can use your fib zones to create the areas in the market that you look for profit taking, support, and resistance to occur. Great examples in here currently highlighted where we see that happening. We have 1, 2, and here's the third point that we're predicting here to continuation the fall on the Euro USD. So that's what we have. Keep coming back because we will be updating a lot more videos here again soon. Until then, take care and happy trading.